All right. Howdy, folks. My name is A-Frame, and joining me on commentary for this run are Wax House and Grimshins. Say hello, fellas.
Hello, fellas.
Hello, fellas.
uh, we present to you today speedrun of Chakan the Forever Man. All levels category, hard difficulty. Whoa.
All kinds of new stuff.
Yeah, the run is completely different than it was the last time it was featured on this channel.
If you thought you knew Chakan, wait till you see this. Unless you've been watching A-Frame, then you'll know exactly what's going to happen.
Which, I mean, realistically, you should have been doing. And
probably
if you
already
haven't,
are. And
what the hell is wrong with you?
yeah, get up on it, please. A-Frame made a hard game harder. Yeah, pretty much. But I guess let's talk about the very first thing you're going to see, because we used to, if you don't know about the infinite double jump in this game, you can just keep rising and climbing forever. You're not supposed to, but it's a little glitch. However,
Yep, you use an attack animation to cancel out of your jump animation while you're in midair, and then you can do the double jump again and cancel out of that with an attack animation, and you can just do that as many times as you want.
However, it turns out that... Oh, go ahead, A-Frame. Go ahead.
Let's go ahead and get started. So let allows no one to start the time, and then we'll jump into it. Because I'm still sitting on the menu. You guys don't see gameplay yet, right?
No, I can see.
Yeah,
You're not in the future?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
So the first thing you're going to see and notice is that when Chakan takes damage before he lands in a level, he teleports to a fixed spot on the map.
So
I was quiet
Perfect.
there to let... so there's a secondary timer that allows us to know when Chakan can first be controlled. It's not something you can buffer or anything like that. You have to time up something precisely, so we use secondary timers to be able to do that. Oh, we're a little over on estimate. We've got an hour and 45 minutes to beat this game, so...
yeah, that is being handled. Or
Oops, I
will
missed
be
the
in a
count
moment.
There. So we missed the second skip, unfortunately.
I was too
I'm
much
tempted to jump in the
blabbing.
hole to show it.
You could take
You
a
should
death,
jump in the
right?
hole.
Well, we're... you know what? Since I missed that, I will take a death.
Heck yeah.
Let me try this again. I forgot to
We're here to
count.
show this off. Sorry, well, we're flapping our gums, so I'll be quiet. There it is. So sometimes it requires you to do some movement off screen as well.
Why don't we do it one more time? So what happened there is, for whatever reason, sometimes when you hug against the wall, you don't get over into that little area to exit the level, and you just fall to your death.
I think it probably has something to do with Chakan's hitbox being right against the wall, and thus the game ignoring left and right inputs.
I thought that little move to separate from the wall was helping, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
Oh, the diagonal down slash.
No, A-Frame's does this thing where while he's falling, he'll move right and then left really quickly. I thought maybe that was helping to eliminate slipping by the little alcove that you have to hit.
I think over time we've had various superstitions on how to get through that safely, but I have yet to see anything that works 100%.
This is our first kind of boss fight here. Using a two-handed weapon. There are four two-handed weapons, is that right?
Yeah, there are 4 two-handed weapons, 3 of which do double the damage of the normal sword attack. The fourth, the grappling hook, does the same amount of damage as the sword attack, and basically has the sword moveset, but you can swing from things with it.
You can. Each weapon has certain in-game elements that you can interact with that help you get to certain areas or past certain levels. You'll see A-Frame pick up some potions here. There are 4 different colored potions, and they can all be combined to give you certain powers. In the speed run, in this particular speed run, you'll see all 4 of the sword elements. So this game is broken up into earth, water, air, and fire levels, 2 sets each. And each also has an accompanying sword enchantment. And we'll also see the high jump potion, but we won't really use it necessarily for how high it lets you jump, but for a different reason.
But it has become a very important potion to the run overall.
That's right. We'll talk about that when we get there.
A little bit of trouble with the
Squid Billy?
there.
Squid Billy?
Yeah, that guy should be easy, but I didn't roll close enough to get in there with the iframes. So I just
We should also mention that A-Frame is playing on hard mode, so everything does double the regular amount of damage. So in a game where you're expected to die fairly frequently, that just makes things that much deadlier.
I think it's unfair that the regular mode of this game is called easy, because nothing about this game is easy. And, the hard mode is fine. It's fine calling it hard mode, but it should just be, like, not as hard mode, or or perhaps even...
Hardest mode and hard mode.
Yeah, regular mode, or something.
Is that the only difference between easy and hard? Is how much damage you take?
Yep,
Yeah,
just the
that's it.
amount of damage taken. Cool.
There's at least one spot, too, where... we can talk about it later, where A-Frame will take a hit on purpose because the laser that you would run into takes away 4 points of damage on hard mode, where on easy mode, you don't really have to worry about that. You can just take the 2. However, he'll take a smaller hit off a lesser enemy so that he can I-frame, uses invincibility frames to move through the 4-hit laser without taking damage.
So we'll have some extra potions because of that death, and because of the weird route I took in Fire 2, right? So
Yeah,
weird,
we
because
will.
At the beginning of this level, normally I would pick up potions on the previous level. So I wonder if we should have the correct potions that we need, right? Even if I didn't pick up any in...
We should, because I don't think you pick up any of the rotating potions in the terrestrial Earth levels, right? I don't think you rely on any of those. Well, there's other potions around too. Yeah.
I think so long as you're good on blue potions, so you have the high jump, you'll be in business.
Well, I'm nervous I'm going to end up in the death fight without the potions I need, which would be a disaster.
No. Is that why you paused to look?
Yeah, I just wanted to see what I had, but that didn't help me at all because I never know what I have.
I would, when you're in EF2, get that red one after, because there's a chance that you picked up an extra red and it didn't give you a red in... I don't know. Later in the game, we'll make an assessment. Just pause later in the game and we'll be able to figure it out. Before you enter the elemental earth levels, we'll figure it out. So as you can... Well, it's kind of tough to see because it goes menus so quickly, but... there's a limit of 4 potions you can have for each color at a time. So you can keep collecting them, but they won't matter. You have to start using them in order... There you go. See how there's 4 blues and 4 greens up there? And there's a few of the different power-ups that you can use. Yeah. So, before you enter it, because we can pick up backups in the elemental earth levels pretty easily.
Okay.
So on this
we'll
level,
just take an assessment.
A-Frame is supposed to use that hammer he just picked up to break down some doors, but we'd rather just
there on the
jump
right.
all the way to the top.
Yep.
Chakan should be in the NBA.
Chakan should have been an unlockable character in NBA Jam, I think.
True.
Is really what should have happened. That would have been amazing.
It's one of my favorite boss fights there, just air traffic control to death.
That's right.
Yeah, Chakan, the legendary swordsman, and he has this very goofy fighting style where he just throws his swords out and waits for things to run into it.
I mean, pretty effective.
Seems to be. I mean, if you set your swords on fire, that helps too, I guess.
Really cracking. Chakan actually does the roll jump in the demo.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, the roll jump is intentional behavior. They
I didn't know
definitely
that.
knew about it. The infinite double jump, not so much.
Right.
Ed seemed to be pretty surprised about that when we first showed him.
Wait, intended as in designed to do roll jump, or
Yeah.
like, oh, that's neat that happens.
I guess the demo does it.
Yep. In the
What Kraken
demo
says.
in, I believe, terrestrial water is where it's done in the demo.
Wow. So this is a cool thing that I don't fully understand, but I think the way it works is with the two-handed weapons, you can't do a double jump. However, if you start your jump in the air with a weapon that gives you the ability to double jump, you can still switch while you're in the air and then hold the jump button to do the double jump with the two-handed weapon that normally you couldn't do. That's another little optimization. I love to watch it. It's something that I haven't really been able to pull off myself, and it impresses me when I get to watch A-Frame do it. But essentially, to get through that webbing, you need the scythe, and the scythe isn't something that you can double jump with. So you can double jump with the grappling hook. So you hang on to that little post with the grappling hook, and then mid-air, as you jump with the grappling hook, you quickly switch over to the scythe and then hold the jump button again, which allows you to spin an attack as though you have the scythe instead of the grappling hook. Hopefully that made sense. So there's the web. That's the kind of web. See how he's using the scythe there to lock it open. The double jump or the roll jump rather to get the green potion. So this will end once we get through this boss. The terrestrial levels. They are quote unquote easier, and then we will get to the second half of the game, which are the elemental levels.
On this boss, A-Frame is essentially going to be using the roll to position himself correctly, kind of always overlapping the boss. That will prevent her from doing the only attack that is dangerous at all, which is a little projectile attack. And onward to the elemental plane now.
Going to fire first, so we're going to see more teleports. All three of the elemental fire levels have a teleport.
This one's gonna fail, unfortunately.
I believe,
Even before I made it to the top.
unlike the teleports that were in the terrestrial fire levels, these don't have an audio cue because the audio is just kind of a ambient screeching noise. That looks good. Yep. So one of the things is the camera does have to catch up, but you can do inputs off screen. However, potions don't load until they're nearly on screen, and the same with the exit. So you can see that rune is the exit here. Well, you won't be able to see it here. Oh, a little bit. But the rune doesn't load until it starts to be on screen.
We got that one too. That one's a little bit tougher for me.
Yeah, that one is harder in general. It also saves the least, I think. Right? It's only like about a 6 or 7 second difference.
Yeah, it's not that much at all, I guess.
If you're moving. The next one, however, is a big save compared to
This
what
one
we
might take
used
a
to
few
do.
tries. Okay, we got it first try.
First try, what a
Excellent.
guy.
Nice. So that's the one I was nervous about for the run. I thought it might take a while.
It's also the most important warp in the game because it lets you skip absolutely terrible platforming section.
Brutal platforming.
Yeah, this level is miserable unless you skip the whole thing.
And of course, it is probably the hardest of the skips. But the most worth it.
It's like a 25 to
This is
30
the
second save or
worst
something,
level.
isn't it?
This is the worst level in video games. Hard to disagree. Booster, you should learn that skip. It makes it much more fun. Yeah, that saves I think about 40 seconds. I think.
Oh,
Something
really?
like
It's that much even. Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's
a
30 or
huge
40.
amount.
And now these are the terrestrial air levels. The speedrun used to use invincibility potions. Here's the damage I was talking about to get through that laser. If A-Frame were to take a hit from that laser, he would lose 4 hit points, and your hit points are up there in the top right, the skulls. He would be dead already. He would not. He would have to restart the level. So takes the damage off that little butterfly enemy, and allows him to I-frame right through the laser.
I tried doing safety strats there and still ended up almost dead.
Right.
Oh, but you're glad that you took it safe then.
So here's one of the... There are 2 invincibility potions. One's invincibility and the other one's invisibility. But they essentially do the same thing, and they last the same amount of time. They allow you to go right through enemies, not get hit. I do think that since invisibility turns you invisible, it saves a little bit on lag, so it's a little bit better to
it does
use
reduce
if you...
lag frames.
It does. It is good to use if you can. However, it requires blue potions, and I think blue might be the most important, the most used in the run. So there's not a ton of opportunity to do it. Yes, got the wax house roll jump. That's what I like to see. So here's invisibility.
That's a real roll jump that Wax House has been peer pressuring me to do since I've started running the game, probably. Well, I've come back to it anyway.
Well, the important thing is that you cave to peer pressure.
That is what's important.
It just takes time. Yeah, you just got to keep applying the pressure until I start doing roll jumps. Same reason I do them on Terrestrial Water 1.
So you don't have to kill these bugs and ride them, but A-Frame's been doing that lately. Maybe it is faster. I think the jury is out. You can IDJ all the way to the top of this. There is some lag that happens because those enemies come into this boss arena and slow it down. So, but you do have to take the time to kill them. So, I don't know.
I think it is
See,
faster
comes down.
to just use the potion like you do, Wax, and maybe I'll start doing that again. But it comes after the elemental fire skips, so I prefer something that's a little more consistent, I guess, just to keep a run alive until the end. But if I really need that extra time, maybe I'll start doing it.
It's probably not a huge difference, though, right? It's probably
a couple seconds. How are we looking on potions?
Okay, let's see. You are going to use lightning here. That will leave you with no greens. But you'll need... Let's see. You'll need another green, which you'll pick up here in a moment. Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so for anybody who missed the beginning part of the run...
Clear, you should be...
Yeah, as long as you get a green and a red here, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Which you do.
Thank you. All right, checking my potions, guys. Yeah, I picked up some extra potions earlier, and at least in the terrestrial levels, the potions you get in an earlier level impact the ones that show up later, right? Or depending on how many you have in your inventory or something?
That's right.
Yes,
So-
there are a few points in the game where certain potions won't spawn if you have picked them up in a previous part of a level or in a previous level.
I think the
Gotcha.
game does like an inventory check. So, hang on, A-Frame avoided killing that bug there. He jumped over it because a bug would spawn later that really messes up your rhythm and timing. So that's the purpose for that. I wanted to throw that in.
I still got caught. I goofed up.
Got caught by the bug.
Now there
I guess
is
you got
something
full
kind of
momentum
interesting
save,
that A-Frame was attempting to do, which is you can preserve your momentum when you get caught by a bug by grappling from one of the grapple points and staying in midair, and Chakan can move hyper fast when that happens. It's difficult to maintain though, but A-Frame had it for a moment, so that helped a little bit.
I think
thought you
that
could just
big
do it for the one jump. Can you actually keep it longer than that? I thought that was as good as it gets, but maybe
If you
not.
stay in midair, you can keep it.
Interesting.
All right,
Yeah,
we got the
like
hardest
wax-
boss in the game right here.
As long as you never hit a wall, Kraken says. You can keep it.
So gonna need,
Interesting.
moment of silence here so A-Frame can concentrate. Timing on everything is very tight here.
Made it
Very
through.
tight, yeah. GG.
Okay,
I was
good.
worried about that one too.
Hit the clap. We'll clap for that one. You like running this game, A-Frame?
I do like running this game, Wax House.
Why is that?
There's always something to do. For one thing, I like the movement rolling on the ground. You guys have probably noticed Chakan is way faster rolling on the ground than he is jumping in the air. So you're always determining how much room do I have left before I run out of space to roll and I fall off the edge. There's also a fairly high skill ceiling in that if you really wanted to go aggressive in this game, you could incorporate roll jumps pretty much everywhere, right? But
Yeah.
roll jumps are fairly difficult. I think we explained what those are, right? Where you roll off the edge and you do a double jump in
right.
kind of a tight set of frames.
Okay, so here's some new stuff that A-Frame has discovered. And that's using the high jump potion. So what the high jump potion does is it allows you to do these roll jumps a lot easier. And not only can you roll jump easier, you can also transition from a roll jump to an infinite double jump much easier. We used to have to wait on these icy platforms here, but now you can see A-Frame just made them completely
beautiful.
worthless. That was perfectly done.
That is essentially what the tool-assisted speedrun did, but they did it without the high jump potion. The high jump potion accomplishes the same thing, but makes it much easier.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do all that without the high jump potion, but it's harder. A lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you a larger frame window to do everything you got to do when you have the high jump potion on.
But to put things in perspective, between the warp on Elemental Fire 3, which saved about 40 seconds, and using the roll jumps and infinite double jumps to skip the auto-scroller section on Elemental Water 2, that's another 40 seconds there, so nearly a minute and a half shaved off of the run. And this is all super recent developments.
Incredible. A-Frame's the only one who's done it live in a run. As far as I know, him and I are the only two who have done it even in practice, and I did it in practice a couple hours ago for the first time. So, very, very, very new developments in this game. One thing on this boss, if you notice, A-Frame will slide to the right. So these little claws that come up, they come up faster if Chakan's on the right side, and it saves about 6 seconds or so. We used to just go on the left, not thinking anything of it. And then I think Grim, wasn't it you, who was just accidentally on the right side? And I was like, wait a sec, that looked way faster. And,
It might have been, but
I think
it
was someone else.
A-Frame discovery.
No, it was someone
me.
else who was playing the game casually. It was someone else.
Oh, right. I think I remember now.
Yep. I think it was. I think he goes by Nicholas Loreweaver now. I think he recently changed his name.
Yes. I remember because he was talking about Ed Wood, both the movie and the filmmaker.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think it was him. Well, he was. Oh shoot! Do I have to read this? Is it going to be me? Am I reading?
Do you want to
this?
read it?
Do you want me to read it?
I do. Do you want fast text speed or medium or slow?
Fast.
Fast.
You can do it however you want.
Wait, it was Grim that said fast. I thought Wax said fast.
No, I didn't say fast. I was going to say to mix it up.
Okay.
But you can do it however you want. I'll do my best.
So right now I'm controlling the text speed.
Yeah, you can hold up and it'll speed up, and then you can let go and it'll go to slower speed. The mocking laugh of the dark one, death! Chakan, it has taken you a long time to come to this. You said when all the beasts of the dark were slain that I would have my rest. Let me now show you the totality of your curse, Chakan. Look above you. See the countless stars above each, surrounded by worlds like yours. Worlds think of supernatural evils. There are so many and so far away, and you are stuck in this mode of dust, waiting to reach them, waiting such a long, long time.
Waiting forever.
Well done.
Not all evil has been destroyed.
Final battle of death. Focus up, focus up, focus up, focus up.
Yep. He's
Hopefully
got
we have
one
a po-
shot at this
Hopefully
if
we
he
have a
wants good
potion.
ending.
We have extra potions.
Fortunately, you just pop invincibility and any sword enchantment, and you can take out this glorious H.R. Geiger death wagon that is carried by 6 real tiny dudes.
And how easy is it without an invincibility potion on?
That's
All right,
time.
next time.
So I was joking about focusing up because that's super free if you have the potions for it, right?
And if you don't,
I have yet to beat that fight without potions. Occasionally on stream, I try to fight that guy without potions. That weird alien tank, and I have yet to win.
I want to meet one person who's just beaten that without any potions. I want to see
You wonder
what
if there
that
is one
looks like.
person?
I want to see what that looks like. I've never seen it before.
I want to do it someday. Thank you for the GGs, everybody. And Wax and Grim, thanks for joining me on commentary. That was fun.
Yeah, it was
You're welcome.
fun.
All right, well, an hour and 20 minutes to go. What are we going to play now? That's just enough time for some Toe Jam and
Just
Earl
15
2.
minutes.
Our
you know.
145 estimate.